For one hitters on the go, use a plum putt. Quick, easy, convenient. Quick, easy, convenient. Let's roll the dice, right? Let's roll the dice, see what we get. Let's roll it 2 times and let's add it, right? Let's see what we get. So we got a 5, and we got a 2, which is 7. And 7 here is the Tarzanian Devil. Tarzanian Devil is a name given to a serial killer because they found his first victim, or these pieces of it, in Tarzana, California. So the LA Times nicknamed him the Tarzanian Devil, the most wanted man in Los Angeles. Right? He's targeting people, and you know, it's a horror movie, suspense, thriller, right? You have this serial killer, you know, they're targeting people, and the cops, the detectives, you know, the detectives going after him. Isn't it about time LA got a villain? Right? Isn't it about time LA got their villain? The villain they deserve. It's about time LA got a villain they deserve. That's the tagline, right? The poster, Tarzanian Devil. Tarzana, California, on like a sign with like a severed head. And then the tagline, it's about time Los Angeles got a villain they deserve. Coming Halloween, you know, or I don't know, whatever good time to release a horror thriller movie stuff. Ideally in October, right? Halloween time. You know, you take the date with you and she gets kind of frightened, so she kind of leans on you, squeezes her head, you know, and stuff. You know, that's the point of going to movie theaters, you know, for that shared experience, right? Don't fall for the trick. Don't fall for the trick of social isolation. That's gonna damage your health. So being alone, loneliness is gonna fuck up your health, right? Don't fall for the social isolation. You don't want to leave your room. You want everything delivered to you. Why would you ever want to leave your fucking house? Yeah, that's bad. That's gonna fuck up your health, right? So don't do that. Don't fall for the tricks. Don't follow the tricks. Oh, let's have everything delivered to them so they can buy and buy and buy, right? Don't fall for that fucking trick. Don't fall for the fucking corporations trying to monopolize things. Fucking politics. Right? A fucking joke. You know, both of them, the red and the blue, they lobby both fucking corporations, right? They say, oh, they're for the people. Yeah. So where were they when these corporations were outsourcing all the jobs and stuff, right? You got right-wing people blaming others. Oh, it's the immigrants' fault that I don't have a fucking job. Oh, you ever thought it was the corporations' fault that they outsource all those jobs to other countries for a profit? You know what? They're fucking up your future and the future of your children. For what? For them to make a little bit more money? Denying you and you're being denied, you know, you're being denied, you know, the opportunity to scratch out a living for yourself by working these jobs that have become non-existent because they've been outsourced somewhere else just to make a profit. They're fucking up your future and future of your children, right? And you blame, and they convince you that it's some immigrants' fault, right? Blame them, don't blame the corporation that lobbies for the top politicians that you know, they're tricking you into voting for them. They're cheering with your red hats, you know, make America great again, while they're the ones fucking you over, they will never reveal that. Because why? Why would they do something that's gonna cost them your vote? Why would they ever want to do that? Right? And blue, the same shit. Oh, we're gonna help people. We need so much money. We need to gather so much money from the taxpayer for all these programs to help people, right? Yeah. Did all that money go to those programs, or did they pocketed some of it? Right? And who's gonna know? Yeah, because they're gonna reveal information. Hey, look, we've been pocketing all that taxpayer money that should have been going to all these programs to help people. Look. Right? Oh yeah, they're gonna show that, and it costs them their votes. Right? They're gonna be doing that. Right? So don't vote for both of them. Both of them are, they're not there to help people. Right? Blue and red, they're not there to help people. They're there to help themselves and get as much of the pie as they can. Fuck up the whatever that needs to be fucked up, and let the next guy fucking worry about it. They're over there, counting their fucking money, laughing at everyone. Like, look what we did. We got away with it, and these dumbasses are never gonna fucking find out, and let the next guy fucking worry about it. It's his trouble now. We're over here counting our fucking money. Right? How fucking long are people gonna tolerate this fucking bullshit? How fucking long? Right? How long are people gonna tolerate? In what, 200 and something years, the United States has existed? Name one Native American president. Right? What happened to that shit? Right? Who are these Native American presidents, and why hasn't a person indigenous to this fucking land ever, had power here? Has that ever happened? If it has, I would sure like to read about it. Cause I don't know. I never learned that shit. It would be nice to read about stuff like that, about Native Americans and power and what they did and stuff like that. Right? But how many examples are of that? Why are they being oppressed, having the lands taken away, being corrupted by these addictive behaviors? Getting them into alcoholism and stuff? To try to fucking dwindle down their numbers so the government doesn't have to keep paying them off? Right? They're over there making trillions of taxpayer money. Yeah, they'll lobby for any son of a bitch corporation, but yeah, to give a struggling Native Americans their cut because it's their fucking land. Oh yeah, we gotta fucking eliminate that shit. We might have to make it super difficult for anybody to even fucking apply for that shit. Or they're saying that you need certain amount of percentage, certain amount of Native American blood to even qualify. Oh yeah, and we're gonna let them tell us how Native American we are? Some fucking foreigners that came from some part across some fucking ocean. Yeah, and they're the fucking experts telling us how Native American we are. Yeah, we gonna fucking allow that shit? For how fucking long? For how fucking long? Right? I just have to go with this tangent. We're talking about a movie? What fucking happened here, man? Let's 6, right? 4, 10. What's 10? What's 10? The Chichimeca War biopic, right? So in the 1500s, after Spain conquered the Aztecs, they started moving north, conquering the other the other Native American tribes. They wiped out the Kashkan, right, in the Mixten War. But and the Zapoteco allies, though they retreated, and then they got the rest of the Chichimeca, Confederacy together, bunch of different tribes, right? Different languages, different cultures. They all bounded together to eliminate the foreign threat of Spain. And for 40 years, they fought a protracted war, and they won. They whooped the Spanish asses with all the fucking artillery and cannons and muskets, cavalry, attack dogs, crossbows and shit, catapults, all this, the best war machine in the world, right? They were whooping ass in the Netherlands, kicking ass, and the Spanish Armada is about to fuck up England, right? They were whooping anybody's ass over there in the Philippines and shit. And these natives, they got their asses whooped by the Spanish got their asses whooped by the natives. And where have you read this story or in the history books? Have you ever learned about this in school? Have you ever seen any film or anything related to this? Or are you just finding out about it right now as I'm fucking talking about it? And you never knew this thing happened. How Native Americans whooped an European's ass, and they whooped the European nation's ass. But they had to sign a treaty and be allowed to be in those lands without being a threat of death or violence. Right? Can you believe that? And the European superpower was forced to bend the knee and sign a treaty to be allowed to exist in those territories free of threat and death in exchange of freebies and stuff. And when have you read this? Where have you read this in the history books? It's about time, right? It should be live action, animated, or stop motion. How you want to see this story told? Live action is very expensive, right? Sets and costumes and all that stuff, right? Because it's a time. It's from the 1500s. It's a right animation. Depending on what it is, if it's stop motion, it takes a lot of time. You gotta move the things 24 for every second, 24 frames per second. Then you need 24 drawings, 24 individual little movements per second. If you know they're doing a 90-minute movie, 24 times 90, how much is that? Yeah, fucking shitload. If it takes so much amount of time for each frame, times 90 times the however amount of time, yeah, that could end up taking months, even years, right? So live action is expensive but fast, right? It could be done in a couple of months. You could shoot the whole thing. Animation, it could be done cheaper, but it's time consuming because you actually have to do the stuff frame by frame. You can't just hold a camera and record stuff real time, right? Yeah, that'll be fucking nice, right? But you have to fucking and none of this CGI bullshit, man. People making stuff with their own fucking hands. What fucking happened with that? A fucking computer? I don't wanna pay money, go to the theater and watch shit made from a fucking computer, right? I wanna see how people use their fucking hands to do stuff. Maybe that gets me inspired. Yeah, maybe give that a shot. I have hands. I can build stuff. I can, right? You could be the future filmmaker by seeing something on screen that inspired you. Fucking CGI shit. Computer. The fucking computer. I don't know. Alright, so what else did I? 5? Let's split it one more time, man, because we're getting low-ass numbers. 10, where we got 10. 13, lucky 13. What do we got in 13? Umi the Mermaid. Umi the Mermaid, the super fucking hit. I mean, this is fucking, this is bigger than Crazy Rich Asians, right? Bigger than fucking Parasite. A Korean princess animated musical about a deep sea, a Korean war orphan, young woman that travels all the way to Jeju Island to find her grandmother, the only family left. And while there, she becomes a deep sea diver. You know, she deep sea dives for sea creatures to sell for food and stuff. It's a big job in Jeju Island back in the day, you know. And then she discovers the underwater world of the mer people, and she somehow manages to travel there from a miracle, right? And then there's the mer prince fighting a revolution to get the kingdom back from the usurpers, and she's trapped there because her lungs have to heal enough to make it back to the surface without her lungs exploding and causing her death. So she's stuck there in the mer kingdom, and the mer people, they're super against, you know, Terrans, surface dwellers. So the mer prince is mad at his younger brother, the mer child, for saving Umi and bringing her down to the mer kingdom. But over time, you know, a romance starts to bloom between the prince and Umi. And then at the end, she goes back to the surface world, knowing that she could never come back. Humans their lungs can't take the pressure. It was a miracle that she even made it there to begin with, right? So she gave up on love to go back to the surface world to take care of her grandmother that wound up. She died during her stay, and stuff. So she's back at it, being a deep sea diver, going back there, trying to catch those creatures to earn some money. Who comes out of the water? The prince that he had forfeited his throne to his younger brother in order to go to the surface world to see about a girl, right? He's like, yeah, it cost me a lot of time and effort. A lot of people gave their lives for the revolution, you know, just for me to give it all up for a woman to see about a girl. Like, is that the twist ending people are gonna enjoy? I don't know, but I'm the writer, I'm the producer, I'm the creator of this thing. If I say that's the way it's gonna end, then that's the way it is, right?